So we're starting a new weekly vlog because this is a thing that I'm doing now again. I'm actually going to take myself out today. I am a ball of anxiety and I haven't left the house in 3 days. My intention was to go in. I had one book in mind that I wanted to get and I ended up getting 6. Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Monday and I am starting a new reading vlog. I've just wrapped up Literature Readathon, so we're starting a new weekly vlog because this is a thing that I'm doing now again. I wanted to go back to weekly vlogs. I feel like they give my life and me more structure and I really enjoy weekly vlogs, so I wanted to go back to them, but I thought I would kick this week's reading vlog off with letting you know just a couple of things that I'm thinking about reading this week. I could add more to this list and I will be doing some reading in the background for another video that I can't tell you about, but I am planning on reading a couple of things this week. So the first thing is Ghost Roast, which is a graphic novel that I've had for a little while now. I've sent this by Harper 360, but it comes out on the 29th of February. Today's currently the 27th, so it comes out in a couple of days. So I would like to read this before it comes out so that I can review it for release day, but I'm looking forward to this one. It does follow Chelsea, whose dad is a paranormal investigator, and for as long as she can remember she's tried to keep out of all of that. However, she goes to high school. This year she's all grown up and finally friends with the popular crowd at her fancy high school. Things looking up until a night on the town backfires spectacularly, landing her in hot water at home. Her punishment, working for her dad at paranormal removal services all summer. It turns out she can actually see ghosts. So I'm really intrigued by this. It sounds really good. We do start off with some colourful art in the beginning and then we get into the black and white of it, the graphic novel. So I'm intrigued by this one. And then I've also started a book. I actually started this last night when I got into bed. But I've started The Words by Ashley Jade. I'll show a picture of it here because I don't physically own a copy. This was a Patreon pick. It was actually February's Patreon pick, so I'm going to try and read it while we're still in February. And this was picked for me by Simone, so thank you to Simone for picking this one. I've never heard of this before. And apparently it's an edgy enemies to lovers standalone romance about mistakes, forgiveness and second chances. He was the talented bad boy everyone wanted. I was the irrelevant geek everyone hated. He was the sun drawing all of us in. I was a black hole taking up space. He was destined to be a star. I was destined to remain an insignificant no one. Until he made me believe I was special and then destroyed me. I never thought I'd see Phoenix Walker again after he broke my heart, but fate had other plans. 1 tour, 8 weeks, 40 shows, countless opportunities to make him pay. But the world thought he was a god. I knew the truth. So we are following our main character, Lennon, and also Phoenix. And we start off like 4 years in the past when they're at school, and Lennon is asked by one of the teachers to see if she can help tutor Phoenix. He's got a really rough life at home. His mum left him when he was young. His dad is a violent drunk and beats him, and he wants to get out of that. He's in a band with his best friend Storm, and they want to get out of town and have, you know, be a band for real, in the real world, be famous, be rock stars. So he needs help at school though, because right now he's failing in English, and she is asked by the teacher to tutor him. Now Lennon is a plus size girl. She gets bullied really badly at school for being a plus size girl, and she has a loving father. Her mother passed away when she was born. She has a loving father who makes good money and he works in the music industry. She starts to tutor Phoenix and they end up building up a friendship. He is quite hostile, but they end up building up a friendship that becomes something a little bit more towards the end of our 4 years ago period. And then he does something really shitty, and I've just gotten to the point now where we're kind of in, I think it's deemed present day, but it says 4 years on, and I don't know where it's going to go from here. So far I'm intrigued. The chapters are very short. I enjoy the writing style. It does read a little YA-ish, which maybe it's meant to because it started off in high school. We're going to be 4 years on now, so they're probably, I mean, she was 18 at the chapters in the past, so she'll now be 22, so maybe it will seem a bit more grown up as we get into the later chapters. But yeah, chapters are really short, they go by really fast, and I'm intrigued to see what happens next. I do think Phoenix is a dick. And I'm not sure how he can redeem himself out of this one, I'm not gonna lie. I think that it's gonna become I think this is going to be quite the toxic friendship slash relationship, and I'm not sure if I'm here for it, but I'm intrigued nonetheless. So that is the other book that I'm going to be reading for definite this week, because I have already started it. I'm like 135 pages in or something. It's like 676 pages, which is ridiculous, quite frankly. But yeah, that is my plan. I do have another book on my mind if I get to a point where I've finished these, like Ghost Roast and The Words, and then the other books that I need to read as well in the background. By the time I'm leaving the house on Wednesday to go to Andy's, I've got another book in mind, but I won't mention it yet. If I take it with me, I'll let you know. But yeah, I've got a pretty busy day today. My plan is to do some filming and editing. I've just wrapped up literature readathon, so I need to finish editing that video, and then I would like to start filming my March sit down videos and April sit down videos for while I'm away in Turkey, so that I'm just ahead of myself a little bit. So that is my plan today. I'm truly not in the mood to film today. So that's going to take some encouragement. I'm on Patreon sprints now, with it being Magic Monday. I'm on Patreon sprints with my patrons, obviously, and I spent the first hour of the sprint just talking because I was procrastinating so hard on getting work done today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's my plan. I'm home today, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I do have a few days to get some reading done and some work done, and my aim is to film and edit today so that I can spend 2 days reading, which would be great news. But because I'm not in the mood to film today, I'm like, do I just push it to tomorrow? And then I know tomorrow me will hate Monday me, so it's just easier if I get it done today and keep everybody happy. Future me, past me, current me. Just keep us all happy. So yeah, that is the plan. I better get a scooch on. We've got 16 minutes left, and I would like to import the rest of the footage for the literature readathon so I can get editing that. But that is the plan. That's what I'm reading. That's my aim for the week. So let's get a shufty on. Good morning, it is Tuesday. I have a parcel. I'm actually going to take myself out today. I am a ball of anxiety and I haven't left the house in 3 days, so I think I need to go and take myself out. We're going to nip to town. I don't need anything specific, but I just need to go out and wander around for a little bit. So I'm going to go into Wigan. Oh yay, this is Cat Gamer Volume 4. I'm very excited for this. I haven't yet read Volume 3, so this will keep me going for another little bit, which is great news. So yay for that. That was a pre-order from Waterstones. Yesterday I did Open With You Before I Let Go as well by Kennedy Ryan. I've been seeing this around a lot and I quite fancied trying it, so I did pick it up yesterday. It was a reasonable price, so I did pick it up yesterday. I picked it up on Sunday, and it came yesterday. So yeah, as far as for this vlog, I didn't read anything yesterday. I did read like 80 odd pages of something else for a different vlog, but I've got a couple of books packed in my bag. One of which is on my March TBR, it's Funny Feelings by Tara Jewett, and another one is just a random one that I've picked up because it's recently come and I am intrigued about it and I wouldn't mind starting it. So that one is Light Lark by Alex Astor. So whether or not I read either of those, I'm not sure. I will take my Kindle with me as well because I am partway through The Words by Ashley Jade as well. So I probably should focus on that really rather than starting something new. But I am a ball of anxiety today. I'm freaking out a little bit. There is a reason for it, but I don't really want to say on here. But I have a meeting this evening at 6 o'clock. and hopefully that will help sort my head out, but we will see. So I need to go out and get some fresh air, just chill a little bit, maybe treat myself to 1 or 2 things. I really want to not come back with a stupid haul because I'm going to go to Waterstones.
You are in for a treat.
And the works is there, and I might nip in Primark as well, see if I can get some holiday bits. So yeah, that is the plan. I do have my Heartstopper t-shirt on and this cute teddy Borg jacket thing as well. I don't do fashion, so if I look like shit, don't tell me. I've got my jeans, and I don't think you're going to be able to see because I can't get my leg high enough. I've got my, just kicked my unit. I've got my white Converse on as well because it only makes sense that I've got the Converse tee on. Well, Vans and Converse tee. And I put my Converse on. So yeah, that is my outfit of the day, if you cared. So I'm gonna go before I start spewing random shit because I'm anxious. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, hello, I'm back. It is now 1:25 My mum's calling around in a little bit. My dad phoned me earlier to let me know. So that'd be nice because I haven't seen her for a bit. So I did pick up some bits. Picked up more than I planned to do. My intention was to go in. I had one book in mind that I wanted to get, and I ended up getting 6. So yay for that. I did go into the works first, and I got quite the selection. It's actually crazy how cheap it is in the works. Like, it is wild. So I did pick up Rightmove and also Caught Up while I was in there. £5 each, you cannot argue with that. These are by Liz Tomford, and I just read Mile High and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to continue on with the series. And part of me has convinced myself that this is not too bad because I am continuing on with the series. These are smaller than the first one, which is, you know, wonderful. These covers are really pretty as well. So I got those 2, and then I ended up picking up a book that I saw advertised by the author of Icebound, Meredith Trapp, the other day. She's doing a giveaway for both Icebound and also this book, and it is First Date, I think it's First Date anyway, by Grace Riley. I'm really intrigued by this one. I think it's a sports romance, football, American football. And yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I can't believe that out of every person I could have kissed, I chose McKee's new quarterback. Sounds great. This cover is really, really cute. So I picked up that one, £3. And then I found another F1 romance. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to like this one as much as I have liked Lights Out. But it is Bloodstream. Let me just take the sticker off. It was already peeling off, so I got this one. It was £5. Bloodstream by Emily Carter. So yeah, life in the fast lane is not what Faith Jensen expected. He's a world champion, she's the new girl on the grid. Will their sizzling chemistry throw him off the track? I think she's a social media manager for Revolution Racing. So she's not an F1 driver, but this should be interesting. So sounds all right. So I picked those 4 up from the works. It is what it is. 2 of them continue a series in the same series, and I intend to read the second one very, very soon, like next week. So that's good. And then from Waterstones, I did get 2 books. I picked up Spy Family Volume 10 to continue the series. I can't remember where I've got up to. I've either got up to Volume 8 or Volume 9 because I bought a box set of them. So yeah, I have picked up Volume 10. I believe Volume 11 is coming out soon as well. Apparently. So I have picked up Volume 10, so again, continuing a series that I am currently reading. And then I also picked up something new, and I'm really excited about this one. I've seen Jodie talking about it, and then I saw it advertised on IZ Press's Instagram the other day, and it keeps coming up in my circles, and I wanted to pick it up and give it a try. So it is a business proposal. This is a manhwa, and I believe that she works for him, and they end up getting married, like an arranged marriage maybe, or a fake dating marriage. So I'm intrigued by this. It sounds really good. Volume 3 was in there as well, but not Volume 2. So I did just pick up Volume 1, and I had 21 quid on my Waterstones card. So these 2 only cost me £3. I know it doesn't work like that. I understand the logic, but they cost me £3. That's what I'm going to tell you. So yeah, this is really, really pretty. I love this cover. So I did pick up these as well. So I got them. I feel a little bit better. The serotonin boost will keep going for an hour or so, and then I'll feel shit again later. But getting out of the house was really good for me, getting some fresh air and just going outside. I was going to sit and have some lunch, which is why I took the books with me, so that I could do some reading while I was having some lunch. But it was really busy in town. I don't know what everyone's doing in there and why they're not at work. Says she, who should probably be working but isn't. But in theory it kind of was working. I went to a bookshop. My dad phoned me while I was in Waterstones, and I was like, I'm just in Wigan. He was like, let me guess, in the bookshop. I was like, yep. So yeah, but I didn't end up having some lunch. It was so busy, and my anxiety was kicking off again once I'd left the works and Waterstones. So they are my happy places. I did have a wander around HMV as well, but didn't pick anything up. So yeah, I got just a couple of bits. I have now, obviously I'm now home. I do need to eat something. My mum's going to come round in a couple of hours, but I think I'm going to try and read Ghost Roast. So neither of the books that I mentioned this morning, which, you know, is great news. But I think I'm going to try and read Ghost Roast. I am reading something else before another video, so I will go back to that before my mum comes round. But I think I'm going to try and get through this. So I'm looking forward to this one. I have mentioned it previously, but this is following Chelsea, whose dad is a paranormal investigator, paranormal removal expert. But when she gets in trouble with some of her friends, her punishment, if you like, is to, oh, it does say her punishment, working for her dad at Paranormal Removal Services Althama. Turns out though she can see ghosts, and she starts to feel bad for some of the ghosts, and she wants to help them out before her dad gets rid of them. So I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds really good. So yeah, I'm going to give this a read. I do need to take Instagram photos for a Fate Inked in Blood for today's Instagram post though, because it comes out, the release date is today. So that is my plan. So I will check back in with you later when I've got an update for you. Hi, hello. It is Wednesday afternoon. It's currently 4:20. I have been doing some invoicing for my dad today. It took me a really long time to get out of bed this morning. I was really struggling, but I finally managed to get myself out of bed. I got the invoicing done. I've been reading a book for a different video, but some progress has been made on that now and we're moving on. But I have finished a book for this video, so that's exciting, and it is Ghost Roast by Sean Gibbs and Emily Cannon. This is a graphic novel, and it is an arc of the graphic novel, so I think the whole graphic novel is supposed to be in colour. However, because it's an arc, and to save money obviously on printing, they turned to like black and white, like this far in. So there is that. Now, the premise of this story I really enjoyed. I liked the thought of following Chelsea, who basically in her old school when she was younger, she was kind of isolated in her old school. Her dad is a ghost hunter, if you like. He works for his own company called Paranormal Removal Services, and although the company started off doing really well, it kind of went downhill a little bit, and she was an outsider, deemed an outsider in school, until one day one of the popular girls spotted Chelsea's backpack and really liked it, struck up a conversation, and ever since then she's been hanging out with these two girls. Now, the girls, don't get me wrong, this friendship is not fantastic, but I feel like their friendship grows as the story goes on. Very early on in this story, we follow Chelsea going out with the girls after school one day, and they end up in a graveyard with a bunch of friends from school, drinking and trying to find ghosts. And we kind of get a little glimpse of seeing Chelsea being able to see ghosts, but she's kind of trying to brush it off and make out like it's not just happened. They end up being caught by the police and then arrested. So she manages to get out. Her dad grounds her and says that she has to spend her summer now working for Paranormal Removal Services, which she's absolutely devastated about. When she was a kid, she used to love going out with her dad or being in the office with him, but now she does not like it at all because it obviously affects her image. It's not cool, you know? So anyway, she starts off working with him and they get this really big job at Harrington, I think that's what it's called, house, which used to be an old plantation that had slavery before it was abolished. So obviously her and her dad and the guy Russell that works with her dad, I say guy, he's a young man, same age as Chelsea, they all go to the plantation. Now, they are black. The owners of the plantation are white, and it's very apparent that there used to be slavery on this plantation. It gets spoken about ever so slightly, but it does crop up a little bit more as you go on. Now, Chelsea ends up spotting a spirit of a cat, and then she finds this boy who she ends up being able to communicate with, and she doesn't tell her dad that she can see the ghosts, but she is trying to protect the boy because she would like to help him rather than just, you know, kill him for a second time. So the story kind of goes from there. One thing I will say about this, and I don't know if this is going to be cleared up a little bit in the finished copy, because obviously this is an art copy, but there were several times where I got completely thrown out of the story because the speech bubbles were not directed at the right person that was saying it. So I would read it from the person I thought it was meant to be for, because that's where it was pointing, and then as the story went on I was like, that didn't make any sense. They shouldn't be saying that. It doesn't make any sense, and it would throw me out of the story, and this happened more than it didn't. So that was very confusing and really threw me off quite a bit. I think the overall story was really good. I think it covered quite a lot of topics and stuff, and I did really enjoy it. I had a good time with it, but I do think in general, haven't run it through Corpal yet, but I think in general it's probably going to get about 3.5 stars. It was good, and I think it will be really good. It will be incredible if it is all in colour. I really hope it is, because the illustration style and the colours, the colour palette used is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. So I am intrigued to see a finished copy of this, and I would be intrigued to pick the finished copy up again and see whether or not the mistakes that I've seen in here have been sorted. But overall, I think around 3.5 stars. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I have now finished that one. That does come out on the 29th of February. So by the time you're seeing this video, it will already be out. So if you're intrigued by that, I would recommend picking it up. It was good. So I am going to continue on with The Words by Ashley Jade. I haven't made any more progress on that, unfortunately. I haven't been reading a lot, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm feeling a little bit of burnout from last week. I read 7 books last week, and they were all relatively chunky books as well. They were all reasonable sized books. So I think I'm feeling just a little bit of burnout. I was supposed to film today and I've just not been in the mood. Thankfully, Monday me filmed 2 videos, so I do have a video that I can replace Sunday's video with the video that I had planned for Sunday. Sorry, I don't know why I'm rocking. I do know why. I've got ADHD and I can't stop it, but that's probably annoying for you all and potentially giving some of you motion sickness. But yeah, I'm trying to complete other books in the background for a different video. You probably already know I'm filming the BookTube favourites video, so I'm trying to complete books in the background for that, and obviously I don't want to mention them in these weekly vlogs because they'll be in that big video when it goes up finally in April. I nearly said August, it's not that long away. In April. So I'm trying to read in the background. I can't mention those books, but obviously they're taking up quite a lot of my time, so I'm not getting a great deal of other reading done for these vlogs, unfortunately. But I have finished Ghost Roast. I am hoping to make more progress on The Words. I'm going to try and pick that up and make some more progress in it this evening. I'm not going to lie, I haven't missed not picking it up. The first part of that book was kind of intriguing, but I'm not in a mad rush to go back to it, so I'm not sure how that's going to go, to be perfectly honest. But I'll see tonight, and I'll try and pick it up again. But I am thinking of picking up a book that I actually picked up yesterday. I'm very intrigued about reading this one, and it's had me a little bit excited since I saw it on Jodie's YouTube channel, and also then IZ Press promoting it as well. But it is a business proposal, which is a manhwa, and basically we are following Harry Shin has officially hit rock bottom after being worked to the bone at her office job, meeting her longtime crush's girlfriend and helping to pay off her family debt. She's 0 for 3 with work, love and money. Luckily her friend Young Seo has a business proposal for her. Go on an arranged date in her stead, and Harry will receive a hefty compensation. Things grow complicated, however, when the other party turns out to be a new CEO, and he's got a proposal of his own. I believe that there's an anime for this as well, so I'm intrigued by that. I haven't watched any anime, and I would really like to try doing so. So yeah, I feel like I should start with something that I'm relatively familiar with the story of, so I could do the likes of like Death Note or Spy X Family, One Piece. I can't remember if there's an anime for The Never Promised Land, but I'm not too far into that one. There is an anime out now for solo leveling, and I am very excited about potentially watching that one. So yeah, I would like to get into watching anime, I think, but I just know that if I become obsessed with it, it's a rabbit hole I will fall down and I get nothing else done, so I keep putting it off. But I am intrigued by this one, so I think I'm going to give this one a read, and I'm excited for it. So that is, I'm going to move on to the next book for the BookTuber favourites and get a start on that, make a dent in that for this evening, and then I'll probably try and pick this up a little bit later, then when I get in bed continue on with The Words by A Jade. So yeah, that is my update for today. No book mail for today, thank the friggin' Lord, because I suddenly realised when I stacked all the books up yesterday that ended up coming in, that I had a whole bunch of book mail come in yesterday, because Empire of the Damned also came in yesterday, and it's absolutely stunning, and I'm so excited for it. I feel like I need to let my fantasy slump move on, like get not further into the fantasy slump, but you know, give it some time before I'm completely past The Way of Kings, and just, you know, I'm excited for Empire of the Damned, so I am hoping that when I do pick it up I will really enjoy it, because I loved Empire of the Vampire. It was so good. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so excited it's coming. I've also got the Illumicrate edition coming as well, so I did get the Waterstones one and the Illumicrate one, so I'm hyped for that. But I'm going to go because I need to make some progress on some books, so I will check back in with you when I've got another update for you. Oh, okay, good morning. It is, well, it's actually Monday afternoon now. It's 10 to 1 and it's just had quite the stressful morning. I haven't updated you for days on this vlog. I think the last time I updated you might have been Wednesday. I did take my camera with me to Andy's and I just kept forgetting to get it out. Honestly, we had a pretty chill weekend and it was really nice. I watched the F1, he watched the football. It was a really nice chilled weekend. We went out a couple of times. So I just didn't have the urge to get the camera out. But I do have a few things to talk to you about. I got home last night only to realise I'd left my camera at Andy's. Cannot tell you how fucking annoyed with myself I was. Honest to God, I was so annoyed because I have so many things to update. Like, I have this vlog to update. There's the big vlog in the background that I'm doing that I need to update. There's a Patreon vlog I need to update. A second Patreon vlog that I've started that I need to update. So there's so many things that I needed to update and I didn't have my camera. I couldn't edit anything because all of it was in my camera. And then I tried looking for my spare camera only to remember that all of my batteries were in my camera case. So anyway, I've just nipped back to Andy's now to go and pick the camera case up, the camera up. It set an 1.5-hour timer because I'm on sprints with patrons. It is Monday after all, so we do Magic Monday sprints. And I set an 1.5-hour timer and I managed to make it back in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I did have to go pick up a rather large parcel that came at some point last week as well while I wasn't here. So I picked that up as well. So the only other book that I read this week other than Ghost Roast, I did get through 2 other books as well, one of which I did not finish, but the other one I did. But I can't tell you about them because for the big project. So I am reading other stuff in the background, so it looks like I've read almost nothing this week. Because the other thing that I did read was a manhwa. So I've read a graphic novel and a manhwa as far as you were concerned this week. But I did make my way halfway through one book and then full way through another book as well, which was not a small book, let me tell you. So I've been reading some other stuff in the background as well. I just unfortunately cannot tell you about it. I do apologise. I know that's annoying. This is what happens when you still got a big project running when you go back to weekly vlogs. But it is what it is. So I did read A Business Proposal by Narak. I think that's how you pronounce that. Which I did pick up from Waterstones the other day. I wasn't going to pick this up. I was going to save this for a video that I'm doing in April when I get back from a holiday. But I was just too intrigued and I really wanted to give it a try. So this one is following Harry Shin and it's also following, what is the CEO called? Taemu? I think that's his name. And basically Harry is kind of like hit rock bottom. She really needs some extra money and her friend, who is called Young CEO, she's like really rich and she's doing really well in business, but her father is trying to force her into a marriage and makes her go on all of these dates. So she's sick of it. She's at the end of her tether with it and she's like, Harry, why don't you go on this date for me and I will pay you some money and all you've got to do is cock the date up essentially. I don't want to see the guy again, so just cock the date up. So anyway, Harry goes in her place, she's dressed up, she's wearing stuff she wouldn't normally wear, she's got loads of makeup on, she's got a wig on. She goes on this day and it's Taemu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It turns out he's the new CEO of her company. Obviously he doesn't recognise her, she's completely dressed up, he's new anyway and he's not taken much notice of the staff as it is. But her attempts to derail this potential relationship have not worked out because he is determined to marry whoever it is that he meets on this date because his grandfather, I think it's his grandfather, is also pestering him to marry. So it just kind of goes from there and it's really good. I really enjoy it. The illustration style is absolutely beautiful and I'm having a good time with it. So I really do want to get the next one in the series. I gave this one 4.5 stars. It was very good and I would recommend it. So that is the only other thing I read as far as you're concerned this week other than Ghost Roast. Hopefully the following, well, this upcoming week for me, because it's Monday now, will be a bit more successful. But I do have a couple of parcels here to open with you. So I've got an Illumicrate parcel and I did just go to pick up this massive Hatchet book group parcel as well. Fuck knows what's in here, but it's full of books, so that should be interesting. So in here, I know exactly what this is. and I'm very, very excited to have this. We've already opened a copy of this week, but it is the Illumicrate edition of Empire of the Damned. I did get the Illumicrate edition of Empire of the Vampire when it came out in the box. Excuse me. So I am very excited to have the matching edition from Illumicrate for the next book. So now I have both the Waterstones. Oh, it's so pretty. Both the Waterstones and the Illumicrate edition of this book. It is signed. These are the end papers, very fancy. And underneath the dust jacket, we have this foiling. Divock this time. We got De Leon last time. Ooh, deeds, not words. Pretty. And then the spine. And I'm really, really excited about reading this one. Very, very excited indeed. There is a map. And a second map. And I can't wait to get into... Oh, there's like a really good... kind of, not wrap up, but to tell you who the characters are and stuff as a reminder, which is great news. It's not been that long since I read Empire of the Vampire, because I wanted to make sure I read it before I did order this one, just to make sure that I enjoyed the book. But I did manage to get through it. I think, was it December or November or something? But yeah, very excited to have my copy of that come through. And then in here, this box is giant, and it is full of books. So I'm not sure what's in here or where it's come from. Oh, I think it's manga. I think it's manga from Yen Press. Oh my god. So excited. I love it when they send me stuff. Holy shit. There is so much in here. Guys, there is so much in here. What did they do? Oh my god. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They've sent me 10 volumes of manga. What? Yen Press. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got a few different versions of publications from them. So there's IZE Press, who I've worked with before, and then we've got Yen Press as well. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Right, what have we got? We've got the Star Seekers. I did ask for this one, actually. I did request this one from them, so thank you so much to IZE Press for sending me this one. When I got Shako in the mail a while ago now, I did an unboxing for it, but when I got Shako in the mail, this was advertised in there, as well as Dark Moon. So I have bought Dark Moon since, but I did ask them if they could send me a copy of Star Seekers because I was very intrigued by this one. This is in full colour, so it is a manhwa. That is exciting. And then we have Akko and Bambi Hero 1. Interesting. This one is from Yen. Oh, this has got slight colour to it. How adorable. Nice. Okay, then we have, oh, I did mention this one as well to them, Unholy Blood Volume 1, because they sent me a list of some of the ones that are coming out soon. This one was on there. Ooh, oh my god. Oh, I thought he was like super handsome. This is in colour as well. Exciting. Then we have the other world's books depend on the bean counter. I remember seeing this one on the list as well. Oh, this is a light novel. Oh, hang on, there was an illustration then. This is a light novel. I have a couple of light novels actually. Maybe I should do like a light novel vlog or something. Nice. Then we have If the Villainess and the Villain Met and Fell in Love. Volume 1. They're pretty. This is a normal manga. Interesting. I actually ended up being gifted a copy of this, I think, recently. It is Solo Leveling Volume 8. I'm so excited to have this one. I'm really enjoying Solo Leveling. This is a manhwa and it's very, very good. But I'm excited that I have now 2 copies. I did ask them about this one. I think it was like back at the beginning of February or something, or maybe even January. But yeah, so I now have 2 copies of this one, which is exciting. Thank you again to them for sending me this one. This one is Whoever Steals This Book, Volume 1. A manga. God Bless the Mistaken, Volume 1. Cute. Manga. And we have Taking Care of God. Manga. And then last but by no means least, we have, oh, this one is heavy. We've got B strings. This is a really cute cover. Oh, it's in colour. Sign me up. I've never heard of this one before. Sign me up. That is a phenomenal stack from Yen Press. Thank you so much to the team at Yen Press for sending me these. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And I have a video that I'm planning on doing in April that will lend itself very well to this stack, so I'm really, really hyped. But yeah, thank you so much to Yen Press for sending me these. I truly appreciate you guys so much. You are absolute legends. I was not anticipating getting this many from you, but thank you so much. You've made me very, very happy. This has made my trip out this morning to go get my camera and this box incredibly worth it, so thank you so much. But yeah, outstanding. What a start to my week. Or what an end to this vlog. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. My apologies that I did end up skipping out on the middle of this week. It's just been such a busy week and I just kind of lost my way a little bit with the week. At least you got some book shopping at the beginning of the video and then this rather large unboxing and like 20-minute wrap up. You're welcome. I hope you have enjoyed this video though. Chat to me in the comments down below. What did you get up to this week? And I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.